Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to my Life on Paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. And welcome back to Scraptember, where I've been playing along all month with the Scrappy Sisters. I'm using a sketch by Lisa Sikorsky at Scrap a Sketch. It is sketch number 57. Today's prompt from the Scrappy Sisters is long title, and so I went on my Cricut and cut out. It is vacation mode on. And I'm just taking some ink right now and covering just the trunk of the tree. I didn't want to cut it out in brown to make it look so pieced together, if that makes sense. So I just used some brown to cover the trunk uh, because I cut it out in green. Here's a picture of Nick and Jillian. They were on vacation. This is last May of 23, and this is the final photo of their vacation. Yay! Um, it does have a companion page that I did earlier this month, and this is my counterfeit kit that I've been doing from the counterfeit kit uh, collaboration or challenge. I did cut my pieces ahead of time to go with the sketch, and you can see in the sketch that it's for two photos, but it's very super easy to adjust that just to the one photo that I have. So I get the big background pieces down, and then I map my photo, and I have these pieces already cut to go behind the photo. And a tip that I learned on YouTube a long time ago, you don't need a complete piece of paper to go completely behind your photo and mat it or whatever. If you line two little pieces up behind it, it will look like there's a big piece of paper behind your photo. All right. And I don't know why that took me watching YouTube, but I was scrapbooking for 20 years and hadn't figured that out. So this is where I figure out that I put this one down too far. Not that it couldn't have stayed there, but I was comparing to the sketch and saw it was up higher, and I knew I wanted to put some mixed media in there, so I did move it up. I'll get my photo glued down with the ATG adhesive, and then I will put this that's not a border piece. Scrap of paper in there, tuck it underneath, and then I'm going to pull out one of my punches um, to do the punch piece under the photo as well. I went to my stash and I got some blue embellishments as well as some green embellishments to place on my paper. Here is the paper punch that I was talking about. I believe it is a Martha Stewart. I have gotten a whole bunch of border punches on Facebook Marketplace for a really good deal. So then I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the paper in the back of the photo, and I'm going to chop it in half because you don't need, as long as it lines up, you don't need to see it go all the way back there. I grab out a couple different things, thinking of a journaling spot, and here I did some spray, and I'm not sure what I've got all my greens and blues on my desk, and I'm not sure what color I ended up with. Um, it could be peacock feathers. It could be Mermaid Lagoon. It looks awfully green for Mermaid Lagoon, but and I like the way that turns out. Now that I'm looking at it closer, I think it's turquoise vine. I think it's a Delusions shimmer spray. So I had already cut this. This was a piece from Cricut that was already all together. So it had the palm tree and then two different fonts. So I was just able to load the different color cardstocks in there. And then I will piece this together. I will go off camera to glue it all down. And then I will come back so that you can see that when it's all glued down. And there we are. And then I did not like the way there was a big, even with the mixed media, there's a big space between mode and on. So I'm going to fix that in a bit. But that label down on the bottom there is an Ellie's Studio label. And then I have two different washi tape stickers that I put on there. I grabbed out a tab to use, and then I found these photo corner stickers. It's almost like a planner sticker. You know, it's a thin, could be like a washi sticker. So I'll put one of those on each of the photo corners. And then I'm just using things I found in my stash, this little label, a pencil. Not that they're having a pencil in the photo, but that, it's a place to write your journaling. There is in the sketch a couple of circles, so I'm going to use a couple of these label circles and layer those pieces on. And then after that, I will work on the cluster above, so under the title. So I pull out some more things. Those square with the dot stickers are kind of like planner stickers. And then I find this, which fits the colors perfectly. At first I passed it by, there was no T, and I found, do you guys do this? I found a T stuck to something else, and it was the right T. So I'm like, okay, this is meant to be, it has to be on here. So my long title is Vacation Mode on Best Friends. Um, but I just can't believe how this really matches the colors. And letter stickers are not something I usually use in that I don't have patience to Frankenstein letters. I don't like it that you end up with extra letters. So I do a lot of cutting up from my Cricut, but this was one of those stickers that came with, a collection or whatever that it was already made. So there was no worry about not having enough letter. Well, except for the T that I almost lost. Um, so I get friends down pretty darn well. Oh, the F gave me a trouble because I put it too close, it overlapped. So I used my everything stick from Creative Memories. That's what I call it. I don't know what it's actually called. And I get the F back down, and then I back up and do best with the blue little letters. And those are not as straight as what the rest was. They look very wonky, but I'm okay with wonky letters. On my desk, I have Cocoa Vanilla Studio Puffy Hearts, and I've slowly been making my way through them. Pink is not part of the collection, but if you look in this blue paper that I'm using for the background, it does have a little bit of pink in it. So I do get two of these pink hearts on my background, and then I only have two hearts left. The green heart that I put next to that pink heart is an Ellie Studio Puffy Heart. And then I will get back to this cluster by the title. And this is just a sticker that I had in my stash. Um, it always makes my heart happy when I can get a couple things out of my stash and onto my pages. And then I use this, is it an everything tool or whatever tool? It's, an all around tool that's very helpful. And so I get that under the letters and onto the page. Um, and then I'm going to use one of these planner stickers to make a little cluster. I'll get the puffy sticker on top of that. And then I use, I believe, another Ellie's Studio sticker that's a little bit different. Let's see. Oh, yep, these are Ellie's Studio stickers as well. So I have a whole iris container full of the turquoise color, and I never think to grab it out because it's kind of a little bit, I don't have enough room with all my other colors. So I think that's going to be it. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I thank you so much for hanging out with me, and please come back again to see me soon.